Well, today going to be doing some maintenance on my EDC pistol. If you appendix carry your EDC weapon, I'm recommending cleaning this about every couple of days. The way that I'm doing it, just kind of make sure that you're not seeing rust form. I've had some issues with rust with this pistol, and I'm going to show you how I've been maintaining that and keeping a close eye on it. But anyways, first things first, no magazine, no round in the chamber, and it's safe. So first thing I like to do is I take some Remington oil and I just put a little bit on a rag, just like so, and then I get in here and I just give it a good wipe down all over. I get everything, try to keep it off the glass of the red dot if possible. Just wipe off any lint or any debris that are hanging out. Once that's done, I like to take, this is actually out of a Glock case. I use this to scrape away any debris that kind of likes to hide in the front sight post. And I do the same thing back here on the rear sight. Just kind of clean any of this stuff off. Just kind of anal like that, I guess. Next thing I like to do is I take, what is this, Lucas Extreme Duty Gun Oil. What I'll do with this, and this stuff says it has a film that protects metal parts from rust, wear, and moisture during extreme conditions. So I've been happy with this. I recommend picking this up. And what I do with this is take a little bit of oil, put it in here in the front sight post, let that soak in. Do the same thing here on the rear sight. Let that soak in, and then I just let it sit there. You want that to run inside that track for the sight. Let it soak in, and it'll help. You know, sweat's going to get in there at some point, and if you have some oil in there of some sort, it's going to make a difference as far as maybe how fast it's going to rust, or if at all. I'll do the same thing back here on each side. You know, and from there, I'm kind of keeping a close eye on the takedown and the slide release. You know, I don't know. I worry about rust with this gun at this point. It seems to be an issue. But the other place I keep a close eye on is underneath the optic. Is sweat gets in here. I normally just take a little bit of oil, run it along this. I'm right-handed, so it sits in my holster like this up against my body. So this side of the pistol gets the brunt of the sweat. That's for sure. Then from there, next thing I do, set the pistol off to the side for a second, is I do a quick inspection of the mags. This one's a little dirty, but so break it down. It's just a Glock tool. You could use another variation of that if you wanted to. Take this down, give this a good wipe. You can see, oh, luckily this one hasn't been rusting yet. I've had my other mag rusted right in here pretty bad, and I'm keeping a close eye on that. We'll do the same thing with this. A little bit of Remington oil. Give that a good spray. Wipe this all down. Take a look inside the magazine as well. Just a little bit of debris or something. Nothing alarming in there at the moment. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now, one little trick, one thing I've been doing to really just make sure I'm preventing rust as much as I can on these mags. I can't even buy these mags yet. So I take a little bit of calcium sulfonate grease. This is actually Phillips OmniGuard 220 number 2. Put some on a Q-tip, right on the track where the base plate meets the pistol, marries up to it. So I just put some grease in here. We'll wipe this off in a minute, but go ahead and go to reinstall your spring. Boom, just like that. That grease is not going to run like oil would. Then I just wipe off the excess. Make sure you get the excess off that you know, if you see any, eventually it could contact your clothes and stain your clothes, and you don't want that stuff on your skin for very long either. So mag's cleaned. Next thing I do is take a look at the holster. Holster normally stays pretty clean, but these get just covered in lint. Do the same thing with this. The Remington oil in there, just kind of wipe it down. It's Kydex, it's not going to rust, thank God. And set that off to the side. That's looking pretty good. And you can see, basically have everything cleaned up. You can see the oil is soaked in at that point. Yep, it's looking pretty good. Now I just wipe off that excess. I'm not going to oil the frame contact points today. I just did that last week and I haven't shot it since. This is just the maintenance as far as just concealed carry and that awful sweat that happens to accumulate on these. And the last thing I do, I keep my glass clean with a little bit of air. That's just some keyboard cleaner. Yeah, and that's it, guys. Keep an eye on that rust. I saw a little bit forming already on my pistol, and I got it off as quickly as I could, and haven't seen any on the rear sight yet. Definitely had some magazine rust, and anyways, I would keep a close eye on that if you're planning on carrying this every single day. Keep an eye on that so you don't run into rust. It just looks nasty, and I don't know, who wants their gun to rust anyways. Anyways, thanks, guys.